My name is Oliver Queen. For 7 years, I have fought with only one goal, to save my city. But now a new threat has emerged. A danger so severe it has forced me to leave my family in order to face it. And it won't be enough for me to just be the Green Arrow. To prevent the crisis that's coming, I'm gonna have to become someone else. I am gonna have to become something else.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on Arrow Season 8, and this will be my review for Arrow Season 8 Episode 2, otherwise entitled Welcome to Hong Kong. Now, before I do the review, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe button so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Now, obviously, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the episode, then stop watching this video, because I will be covering some major next level spoilers this time that you certainly wouldn't want to hear from me. But for those who have seen the episode or those who just don't care about spoilers, then here is my review. So first off, I'll start with the flash forwards because I know many people who watch it don't like it. Personally, I'm okay with it. I don't hate it. But yeah, anyways, so we have basically Connor Hawke and John Diggle Jr.'s rivalry, which was pretty much the most decent part of the flash forwards. For the episode 4 synopsis, they did reveal that someone in the future team will die, and due to the ending for the flash forwards, I'm assuming that the person will die is William. I could be wrong, but for now it looks to be William who's going to die. Now, okay, so present day. So this episode kicks off with Oliver having dreams of his past, and he wakes up in Hong Kong. Now, we then see the Monitor in Oliver's room, and he warns Oliver not to interfere and to stay focused for his mission, and not to ruin the plan. Now, the Monitor also tells Oliver that Earth 2 had been wiped off from the multiverse due to the events happening of last episode, where Earth 2 gets destroyed. The Monitor keeps warning Oliver, and he says many other Earths will be just like that if you don't stay focused on the mission. Basically, he's showing Oliver how serious this situation is, so he has to act quick, not to interact with people in his past, things like that. Now, Oliver's next mission, which is the reason why Oliver is in Hong Kong, and that is so he needs to get this man called Robert Wong. Now, when Oliver tells Laurel about her Earth being destroyed, and basically seeing Laurel's reaction was really cool, and she's being denial about the fact that her Earth is dead, and she doesn't want to accept that due to her loved ones and billions of others being dead. And Katie Cassidy's acting was just so good in this episode. Now, we do see Oliver back to the internet cafe that we last saw in the season 3 flashbacks, where Oliver tried to email his mom for rescue, and after running away from a couple of people, I think it was Argus he was running from. I can't really remember because I watched season 3 a very long time ago, but I think it was Argus, correct me if I'm wrong. Now we do see Oliver and Diggle enter this Argus room with the password of Harbinger, which was a really cool reference. Now we do see Tatsu Yamashiro, aka Katana, arrive at this stage as Oliver and Diggle were fighting some I don't know, some people. I think it was a triad, I'm not really sure. But yeah, they're fighting some people. And yeah, Tatsu basically breaks the glass and overkills 2 people, and she was just so badass, and it feels really good to see Tatsu return. Now, one thing that really surprised me is that when Oliver mentioned the Monitor, she's like Mar Novu, and yeah, for those who don't know, Mar Novu is the Monitor's actual name. And yeah, I was just so shocked that Katana knew who the Monitor was. And I think that the show just did that just so Oliver doesn't have to spend 5 minutes of the episode explaining everything But yeah, it was done very well. Now we do see China White return as well, which is cool, and and we find out that the government wasn't fine with like people putting with Argus putting bombs in these criminals' heads, so they got released. And yeah, so basically China White is also after the same doctor, and yeah, due to her being after something which I will get onto later. But yeah, once again we get this sick parkour scene by Oliver. Now we have a scene with Laurel and Lila, and she went to some place so she could get her like breach device fixed due to her like due to it being broken, and so she could obviously go back to Earth 2 due to her being denial that her Earth is destroyed. Then this is when Lila finds out that Earth 2 was destroyed, and seeing Katie Cassidy's acting was awesome, and she like easily carried this episode. So I can't wait to see what they will do with this character moving on. So basically, essentially, like she was able to go to like other Earths. Like I think they mentioned Earth 37, Earth 4, but she wasn't able to go to Earth 2. Like there was no signal. She couldn't go there at all. Now we do have another sick fight scene of Oliver in the elevator, and she fights some like Hong Kong army, and it is revealed that Dr. Wong recreated the Alpha Omega virus, which is an amazing callback to season 3. And that Alpha Omega virus hits Tatsu because like you know the Alpha Omega virus killed Tatsu's son, that being Akio, and many more. So yeah, she's triggered. Now now we kind of get a hint to Lila's Harbinger backstory, and it's when Lila talks about surviving an attack in Afghanistan, and she started like praying so she could survive, and that leads to the Monitor rescuing her, I'm assuming. Yeah, so now this does pretty much confirm that Lila worked with the Monitor since the beginning, which was a very awesome reveal. And she talks to Laurel about survivor's guilt and like she needs to move on or otherwise it will keep like impacting her. Now, I am really interested to see how Team Arrow will find out that Lila is Harbinger. I'm assuming it is when Oliver goes to Nanda Parbat next episode. He finds out over there due to like old Ancient League things, or she might just tell them later on. But I would just love if it leads to like an exposure from Oliver. That would just be so cool. Now, Oliver had this plan to get the Dr. Wong back, and it was to trade for the Alpha Omega virus, which was a very risky move. And this leads to an awesome emotional scene where Oliver talks about why, like, how he left Felicity and his children for this mission. So it's like for to save the multiverse, and he would have done that for nothing if he didn't trust the Eight Monitor, something like that. I can't really remember, but yeah, it was a very good scene, and Stephen Amell's acting was just so good. Um, yeah, so this then leads to the deal between China White and Oliver Queen. But yeah, Diggle's sniping was really sick in this episode, and we just get an awesome fight scene. And this then leads to this phenomenal fight scene between Katana and China White. And when Tatsu got stabbed, I was just no, please no. Like Tatsu was such a nice character. I really liked Tatsu. And I just didn't want her to die. And then we see like Oliver from a distance, and Oliver was just way too far away to do something. And when China White raises the sword, I'm like, please no. And then, oh my god, Laurel comes in and saves the day with her canary cry. Now we do find out Oliver is heading to Nanda Parbat because after this episode, Oliver doesn't really trust the Monitor after listening to what Tatsu had to say, and he wants to find out who he really is, things like that. So he's going to the oldest organization so he could find out more about him. And obviously in that episode, Talia returns, Thea returns, and the Thanatos Guild is back as well, alongside that woman with the scars, Athena I think was her name, I can't really remember. Now, I know this will be a dumb theory, but I think that this will lead to the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul, as he would probably be the only one who knows like who Mar-Novu is. If there are no like ancient league artifacts or something to like help Oliver's stuff. I know it's a dumb theory, but it's just a prediction. But yeah. Now the ending for this episode is holy crap, that ending. We get Lila meeting with the Monitor, and this pretty much confirms that they have Dr. Wong with them, and this also confirms that Lila had been working with the Monitor since the beginning, way before season 1. Now, I am really interested to see what they are building because they have Dwarf Star particles, they have Dr. Wong, and I am really intrigued to find out what is next. Now, my best guess to like what they could be doing is like some weapon to stop the anti-Monitor. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I'm very interested to see what they are building. Now, overall, this episode was awesome. Again, not better than last episode, but it was really, really good. The fight scenes were really good. The dialogue was really good. Everything was really good. This episode was almost perfect if it weren't for the flash forwards. So I give this episode a 9.7 out of 10. And my highlight character is by far Earth 2 Laurel, aka Black Canary. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video.